What's going on, guys? This is your host, Jerry, and welcome back to the Ratnest podcast. I'm joined here by Ian and Jeff.
Hello. Thanks for talking so fast. You're really padding out our runtime.
Okay, so let's get started with the obvious choice, which is the coronavirus. How are we feeling?
Would you like to go first, Jeff?
Yeah, sure, I'll go first. I don't like it. Ian?
You know what? I mean, I could take it or leave it.
I personally feel like it's horrible for a lot of people, but personally, it's just like I can stay inside all day and not feel guilty about it. So I think it's kind of cool.
Well, you also order you food off Amazon, just like always.
I mean, I do at times. I mean, occasionally.
No, always.
Basically.
Mm-hmm.
But I never shop for food anyway. Because I live in the future. Okay, so what I was thinking of is, do you guys have like desktop like PCs?
No.
I'm working off of a laptop from like 2009.
Okay. Well, I do.
What's
Why
that
don't you
like?
tell us about that, Jerry?
What's that like?
It's pretty amazing. It's got like
Give some
lots of
details.
stuff.
Some highlights and some things you could, that could change.
I built it in I think it was 1 or 2 summers ago, and I spent like a ton of money on it, and it was really fun. And then now it's just is here, and I use it.
Wow.
Okay, look. We've already run out of topics, but I have come prepared.
Jeff, shut up.
So,
You're done. You're out of the
No.
brightness.
You're not a host anymore. All right.
You're
So
about to get swooped.
we have every night we have been watching the show 13 Reasons Why, and it has been very fun. It's probably one of the worst shows I have personally ever seen.
No.
Have you guys seen the statistics of like when that show came out? Teen suicide rates like spiked like super high.
I heard about that.
And then
Bro.
and then they decided to just keep going, and then the numbers just kept climbing, and then all they did was they just put a PSA at the beginning of the season.
Well, they kind of like turned suicide into a norm. All the cool kids are doing it, so
It gave
Might
it a
as well.
platform. It gave suicide a voice, really. It's what it kind of did.
Yeah.
And it's just not the voice we wanted to hear.
yeah. But Clay is
It's a
pretty
somber
cool.
term. Yeah, for the uninitiated, Clay's the main character, and he also has the same face for 3 seasons straight. I don't think he changes his facial expression at all.
Clay's literally the main character, but as a background character. He doesn't do anything, but
Just observes.
he's the main one.
He's literally just an open window. That is the character.
Exactly.
Just a husk.
He's like a piece of bread.
Please explain.
No.
Yeah, can you explain that analogy? I'm kind of confused.
Well,
He said no,
bread
Jeff. Leave him
is
alone.
Not the main course of a sandwich. It's more of just the median that the flavor flows through.
Okay, alright. I see it.
All right.
Okay, well, now that we have that out of the way, I think we should do some introduction questions. What do you guys think?
About us?
Yeah, like address, social security number.
No.
Well,
Jerry,
I
I got this.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, all you listeners out there, we know that
All of
you
you.
want to know
3.
exactly where we are, because we're so cool and everything, but no, we're not going to tell you, okay? So, sit back, relax, and listen to these 3 super smart, cool guys speak.
Yeah, we're pretty cool.
I disagree with that statement.
No.
Great podcast, guys.
Okay. So
All right,
have
next
any
topic.
of you seen Pacific Rim?
No.
I haven't
I've-
seen it, but I gotta say, I hate it so much. Like, oh my god, I hate it. Like, you'd have to kill me before I see it.
I was watching it on
see it
vacation a few years ago, and I fell asleep in the middle of it, and all I could think about in my dreams was how much I hated Pacific Rim and how much of a 0 out of 10 it is.
I never
so
saw
horrible.
it. No, wait. I never saw it, but
Pacific
I thought
Rim.
it was awesome.
No?
Pacific Rim is just Transformers, but for the less intelligent. The lower class, if you will.
I've never seen Transformers either, but it looks horrible. Like, awful.
If you allow me to go off on a tangent,
No.
You don't appreciate.
No, listen.
No, you
Right?
listen to me. You listen.
No.
Shut up.
No. Megan Fox, or whatever her name is the only good part of that movie.
Yeah.
The plot and the characters are just awful. I mean, who's Shia LaBeouf? Who? What?
Okay, spoilers for like a 10-year-old movie, but that scene when Jazz the Transformer gets ripped in half, I was in tears. It's a mature movie. Well, Ian wasn't because he
can be compared to like.
I never saw it.
He's a moron. He's
like the
IQ of a grape.
Like Disney movies, where just like you watch it as a child and you'll just never forget that feeling you felt. That's just one of those most like intense emotional moments.
Like the intense happiness of watching Bambi's mother die.
Exactly.
No, or like.
Have any of you been playing Animal Crossing?
No.
No.
Oh, okay.
Have you, Jerry?
No.
Well, this was a good topic. Thanks for bringing it up.
Well, I mean, I played it, not the current one, but the earlier one on a 3DS. It was pretty okay.
Well, you could afford a 3DS? Dang.
Pretty cool.
Says a lot.
Says a lot about society.
Okay. I have a few good would you rathers that I'd like to share, and I want to discuss.
Of course.
All right. So my first one is: would you rather just spontaneously be turned into a random bird, or be turned into a random mammal? So consider your options here, because it's like you have an equal chance for every bird or every mammal.
Yeah, but all mammals have nipples, so I'm gonna have to go with mammal.
I would say that's a huge plus, but there's a lot of mammals that I feel like are just kind of boring. But like birds,
name one.
Like,
name one mammal that's boring, huh? Exactly.
You moron.
But like,
no.
Birds. Okay, maybe there's not like.
Okay, I don't think you really have. If you pick birds, you kind of have to pick the jackpot, right? Because here's my thinking: basically, every bird is like the same thing, unless you're like
they're just either
a flamingo or like an eagle. Yeah, there's just big birds and just like goofy birds.
Okay. What about a penguin, huh? What do you waddle around and then be eaten by a seagull? I mean,
there is a small chance you'll get like a falcon though, or an owl. See, those are like the top tiers.
Okay, but what about the birds that like no one knows about?
Well, I assume the ones that no one knows about are the one no one knows about because they're stupid birds.
I know,
nothing interesting about them.
Except you could like still become it.
But like, if you're a mammal, I don't know.
They got Jeff. Listen, they got nipples.
No.
Oh wait. Okay, going off on a tangent, but also related to
like
the same thing.
Half of all mammals are just like endangered, so you just don't get to. You don't get to bone any other animals. It's just
you do. No,
it sucks. You know how many birds there are?
No, because you basically have to. Because you have to bone. Because you got to keep your species alive.
Imagine being opportunity. What if you're like the last rhino alive? What are you gonna do?
And
it's miserable.
Jerry, we will get that opportunity after coronavirus because there'll be like 10 people left.
Yeah, exactly.
In each city, so it's like we're gonna have to repopulate somehow, and that's the people who survive are so lucky.
Oh, I read a statistic on the New York Times or something that said in at least like 3 or 4 days, 90% of the population will have the coronavirus.
Is this going off? Is this going off the time we post this podcast?
Yeah, it'll be in the description. Yeah, at the time we post the podcast.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And I think it's just astounding, really.
Yeah,
it's really wacky.
No, I heard it's a range from like 90 to 100 though.
No.
So it could fall anywhere between there.
Okay, well, either way, like, there's only like a
It's a
couple more
win-win.
days of life left.
It's true. Okay. Well, I actually have one more, I have a few more would you rather's.
Okay.
My next one is, like, would you rather, and this is another transformation one, but would you rather, like, be a bed or would you rather be a chair?
Well, what type of chair? Or do we get to choose?
I want to say. Okay, I'll kind of make it a bit nice. So like
This
you
is
won't
a
be like a
horrible
kitchen
question.
chair. Okay, Jerry, no.
No, I got a
there's
better
layers.
one.
There's nuance. There's
Okay,
nuance.
my bad.
I refuse to believe Ian has a better question.
No, I do
That's
have
fine.
a better
Let's hear
one.
it. Let's hear
No,
it.
I have a better one. Okay, would you rather win $1 million or be first to like scavenge through the trash can to find the meal you're gonna eat today?
Well, I mean, that is a reality
Well,
we're all facing in current times, so I think it's really relevant.
Yeah.
Okay,
Actually,
well I got
no.
a different one.
I have a better. I have a.
No, I got this. Okay, would you rather have? And a friend told this to me. I don't remember which friend, but anyways. So, would you rather have
think it was
one
me.
amazing phone, like a really, really high tech, like futuristic phone, or just like 100 really terrible ones that like don't work and they're like cracked and everything? You know.
Okay. What kind? We're like, do the broken phones, like, what can they do?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Nothing. They're just like bricked. They're just bricked.
They're just horrible.
What
They're, like,
model
the
are
worst.
they? What model are they?
The worst one.
So like
the worst?
brick phones from like the 80s or 90s.
The worst.
What about the good phone? What's the good phone?
Oh, it's so good.
Can you give me a model? Because like
No,
I don't know. I don't.
No, I
use
can't
use
because like,
iPhones.
it's
I don't.
futuristic
We haven't
and like
discovered it
super
yet.
high tech. Yeah.
It's like future phone.
Yeah. Okay. So which one?
So
I
how
mean-
much would the broken ones like? How much would one sell for? Because like
It
could
would.
scam-
No one would buy it. You'd have to pay someone to
okay.
buy it.
So
How many
the way
of these
I
phones are there?
100.
Um,
now.
100.
I take that in a heartbeat.
Okay,
Oh,
so
yeah.
the way I see it, you there's a good phone,
Yes.
but like the good phone can break, right? If you have the bad phone,
No, it
you
can't
don't need
break.
to buy
It's
another
super
phone in your
high-tech.
life.
No, the phone can't break. It's like insanely high tech.
So
like
there's literally no downsides.
it'll never break ever.
Never break. All right.
Nope.
What about the reception? How's the reception?
It's just the best.
Hmm.
You can like call aliens on it. You know, it's super high.
Okay. Well, no. My thought process is it's more of a numbers game. You know, like we can all survive on whatever phone we have. I think it really comes down to numbers. So I definitely take the 100. Right. You know.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I completely agree because my thought process was, if you take the 100, then 99 of your friends could get a phone too, right? Like that would just be
That's
like
true.
I
Oh,
feel
that's-
you'd be
that's true, that's
selfish.
true.
I feel like you'd be selfish
Wanna know
to,
what's
to take the
selfish?
super
Not
high tech one.
downloading Raid Shadow Legends. Today's video
Oh,
is
yeah.
sponsored by Raid
Oh, yeah.
Shadow Legends, one of the
Mhm.
biggest mobile role-playing games of 2019, and it's totally free. Currently, almost 10 million users have joined Raid over the last 6 months.
You can
One of the
you
most
can pick over
impressive
300
games in its
champions.
class with detailed models, environments, and smooth 60 frames per second animations. All the champions of the game can be customized with unique gear that changes your strategic buffs and abilities. The dungeon
Yep.
bosses have some ridiculous skills of their own, and figuring out the perfect party and strategy to overtake them is a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Currently with over 300,000 reviews. Raid is almost a perfect score on the Play Store. The community is growing fast, and the highly anticipated new Faction Wars feature is now live, and you might even find my squad out there in the arena. It's easier to start now than ever with Raid's programs for new players. You get a new daily login reward for the first 90 days that you play the game. So what are you
Dang.
waiting for? Go in the video description, click on the special links, and you'll get 50,000 silver and a free epic champion as part of the new player program to start your journey. Good luck and see you guys out there.
Yeah,
Alright,
guys.
what about
If you
those
don't get
I
raid,
actually have something to go off of this from. So speaking of mobile apps, whatever you guys played Angry Birds, right?
of course.
Yeah.
Have you guys played the second one? Because I haven't played it, but I know it exists. But I don't know was there hype? Was there what? Do you guys know anything about this?
I've never played it, but I think it was just awful. I think it's the worst game.
I think I
like they
played
should have stopped.
birds, but I don't remember like what separated them from each other.
Ooh, this reminds me. I believe in 5th grade on Christmas, I got the Angry Birds Star Wars Wii game, and I've never booted it up.
Okay.
Well,
I think I might have to start after this conversation.
Yeah, I think so. And then on the next podcast, you can tell us about it or not. You know,
I'll give it a play.
I don't know.
Also, guys, leave your opinions in the description. But do you think we should make this a daily or a weekly podcast? Just give us your thoughts.
Yeah, we'll see how the reception is.
I mean,
Either
it's
way,
gonna be great.
We're gonna have another one tomorrow.
Yeah,
We don't care.
we're committed.
So, do you guys like Markiplier?
Oh my gosh, he's awesome!
I love Markiplier.
Have you seen his Five Nights at Freddy's gameplay videos? Man,
Too
oh
many
man.
times. Not enough
Same.
times, really.
Oh my gosh. I mean, I think I've seen every one of those at least 6.5 times.
Whenever he
I don't know about you
collabs
guys.
with Game Theory, I shiver in excitement.
Mad Pats.
I have watched all 50 of Matt Pat's final FNAF theories at least 30 times each. All 50 of them.
Oh.
If you,
I've never seen Matt Pat, any of his videos, but he just
If
seems like
you
an
look
awful
up-
human being.
if you look up the final FNAF theory, Game Theory, you will literally get like 50 videos all titled like the puzzle pieces put together, the final clues. There are so many of them, and I've seen
Okay.
every single one.
Okay, now it sounds good. You've convinced me.
Right after this podcast, I want you to immediately go and watch all of them.
Yeah, everyone listening, too.
If you could become a frog, would you?
All right, okay, hold on. I want to
A
hear the
frog or a
jump. I
toad?
want to hear the jump. From Matt Pat to the frog. Let's hear it.
What?
It doesn't matter what the jump was. We're here now.
You know what? Okay.
Yes, I would.
Yeah, me too.
What type of frog do you turn into?
Doesn't matter.
A frog.
I need more specifics because
Green.
No.
if I turn into a tree frog, I might just end it all. But if I turn into like a bullfrog, that's kind of like bullfrogs eat birds. That's
Oh,
pretty
yeah.
cool.
That'd be nice.
So can you specify?
Any frog.
Yeah, any frog.
Any frog would be
I
a
get
step up from
I get
where
to choose.
I am right
I get
now.
to choose, or it's random.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Answer the question.
Then
Stop stalling.
yes, I would. Sorry. Yes,
Okay. Good answer. Have you guys seen The Circle, though? You know that one movie on Netflix?
No,
Yeah.
I haven't. But I'm betting you it's just awful.
No, I think you're completely wrong. It was actually pretty
Yeah.
good.
I think it was amazing.
It's just a big commentary.
Well,
on
have you
society.
seen it?
Yes,
I've
I
seen
have.
it.
Okay, well I haven't, but I'm pretty sure I'm right.
Yeah, you might be right.
Yeah, actually, wait a minute. What are your reasons?
I think I remember liking it, but I'm not sure. So I think you're right, Jeff.
Okay, so give me a brief rundown of the movie. I'll give you my opinions.
So there's a circle. Okay, go, Jerry. Your turn.
And then there's they vote.
People,
And then
death.
every 2 minutes they vote who dies.
Uh-huh.
Okay, all right. Okay, so here's my reasons for why I don't like it.
Okay.
I think it's unrealistic. I think
True.
the ending where Eric tricks the kid into killing herself and then kills the pregnant lady. I
thought
wouldn't
you never
happen.
saw it.
No, I haven't seen that. I haven't seen it.
Oh, okay.
He's just
What I
guessing.
Yeah. My predictions.
Uh-huh.
I think it's a bit ham-fisted, right? And especially the part that really gets my goat is when he wakes up from getting off the spaceship
Uh-huh.
and he just looks up and he meets with a few other people. No words are exchanged, but
Okay.
he meets up with other survivors, and it's all people like pregnant
Well,
women or-
Jeff, actually, that's not what happens at all. But good guess. What happens is, okay, so his family is poor, right? So he has to sell his cow, and basically he sells it for these beans, and he didn't know they were magical beans, but he plants them or whatever to get more beans or something, and then a giant stalk, grows up into the clouds, and he climbs it, and there are giants up there, and a goose who lays golden eggs, then he gets a golden egg, and blah blah blah, and then he votes that the giant dies, and so the end.
I'll be honest, I don't appreciate you spoiling the movie for me.
Oh,
yeah, that's kind of rude.
Well, you said it was.
You know what else
said
is
you
rude?
didn't.
Not buying our merch. Use the code in our description to get 50% off your order. It's the Ratnest 15. We have new mugs in stock. We got the new sweatshirts. It says like cotton inside.
Mm-hmm,
We got these new hats and shirts, and they're really nice. We'll link in the description.
Yeah, reversible underwear.
Yeah.
All
So
there, guys.
going off of that, if you guys could turn yourself into a frog, would you?
No.
No, 100% no.
What if you got to choose the frog?
No, not
No.
a chance.
Yeah, you're right. I don't want to turn into a slimy, icky frog. Those things disgust me. Whenever
it's
I
not
see them,
slime,
I just...
it's mucus.
Okay, speaking of which, do you guys think
You know where that's
those are
from?
gross?
Oh. Yes. Cooties.
Mhm.
Okay, next topic.
I can't look my mom in the eyes.
She disgusts me.
Imagine just choosing to be born that way.
Yuck. Have any of you guys played Fallout 4?
Yes.
How is it?
I don't know.
Okay, well, I
mean-
haven't played it, but it's awful.
Really?
Here are my reasons why. So like,
Jeff, honestly, we don't care.
haven't.
Okay,
I know I
don't
haven't. I
care.
haven't played it, but the plot line about the Brotherhood of Steel, I really hate it. I'll be
You hate
honest.
it?
Yeah, I hate it. Then again, I haven't played it.
Mhm.
And like the mutants and the just feral
Yeah,
ghouls.
No, I get it.
I mean, I was like forced to play it.
Well, explain that story. Explain that story.
It just happened. And so I did, and I like the parts where it's like the guy is there, but when he's not, I don't know.
Oh, yeah, it really is annoying when you're on like level 20 and you're following the Sidelander quest line and the guy just leaves. I hate that so much.
I know.
Yeah, I hate
it
too. I mean, I haven't played it, but
It was
I hate
tough to like continue on, but I was kind of forced, so I did.
Yeah. Do you guys if you had a choice to have no siblings or like 300, how many would you have?
well,
Well,
how
do I
many
still get
do I
those
choose?
broken
Like,
phones?
Okay, one at a time. What?
well, how good is the upbringing? Like, what's hypothetically what's my
Absolutely
parents' income?
horrible. Because they have to like buy food for 300 kids. Like you probably won't survive.
Okay, but
And
But do I still
live
get those-
to emerge a champion?
okay,
okay, what is it like a fight to the death situation?
Every day is a struggle.
but do I still
Okay,
get those
okay.
phones from earlier?
Depends on if you're in the same universe.
Are we?
No.
No,
Then no.
Okay, so here's my logic, right? We don't have a lot of money.
Jeff, you don't always need logic for everything.
I'm just trying to think
It's a
it
yes
through.
or no question.
You're making your decisions so rashly. You just cannot comprehend. You cannot comprehend the question. 300 siblings? Do you know how many that is? Do you know how many iPhones
More
we
than
could
200.
make? We can make so many phones. So many more
Okay,
than
but
100.
do you live in a
Depends on the poverty
factory?
hole you're in.
Exactly. If we all go to work in Steve Jobs' like slave houses in Southeast Asia, do you know how much money we could make?
No, if everyone like gets as rich as Steve Jobs, then you because you have 300 siblings times like how much money Steve Jobs has, and then that's how rich your family is.
Wait, did you guys see the article that Steve Jobs actually owned slaves?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really sad. Like the conditions they were in was just horrible.
What were they again? I vaguely remember them.
Yeah, and I didn't even read the article.
What do you mean? What were they?
And what?
The conditions of the children.
Horrible.
How bad?
horrible.
Scale 1 to 10.
Absolutely horrible.
Okay.
Wait, 1 being the worst or 10 being the worst?
Both.
Horrible.
A 5, maybe.
Picture like not being able to breathe like constantly.
Okay.
So underwater?
No. Today's world.
No, the factories are underwater.
Well, yeah, actually, wait. Have you guys noticed that, okay, it's... The coronavirus basically made the world, like, all ocean. Because we like, can't breathe or get too close or, like, sharks will come kill us.
So we're fish.
Yes.
Well, no, that's actually not the reason why coronavirus is here. I'm a botanist. Let me explain this to you. All right. So, we are all indoors.
Do you believe in botulism, then?
We are all indoors, which means that we're all breathing air inside, which means the plants aren't on the outside aren't getting the carbon dioxide, which means they're dying. And when the plants die, they're not soaking up any of the water that gets rained down or when floods happen, so the world is flooding. That's what's happening. That's why Venice is
completely And then we grow fin.
Yeah, that's what happened to Atlantis.
Wow.
Alright. But backwards.
Yeah, we're reverse Atlantis.
Yeah, okay. That's cool.
You guys have phones?
Oh no, just a bunch. Like I have actually about like 100 of them, but none of them work.
Well, because I just saw this article that said 5G has actually been around for 400 years.
Tell me about that.
But they didn't have the technology to build the phones. Yeah, I read about that.
Yeah, they've been like, it's a naturally occurring signal among like oak trees.
Yeah.
And it just has happened, and it's just like this mass that's been accumulating.
Yeah, but they didn't know how to like harvest it yet.
Yeah, exactly.
So, and now there's all there's all this data just like in the like, air that we have to find.
Yeah, no. I read that article, and like, did you get towards the end where we discovered, or well, they discovered? I'm not a botanist, but the sap that comes from pine trees is literally pure 5G. Really? Like if you drink it, you could get radiation poisoning, but you also just get free cellular data.
Like, do you spit it into the charging port of your phone?
No, you just drink it and you just radiate signal.
So, cool. Like a hotspot?
Yeah, you become a hotspot.
Deal.
That's a good deal.
I'd take that.
I'd take it. If it means dying 10 years earlier, I think it's worth it.
Only 10? Deal.
If you could take... Okay, what would you rather do? Take 10 years off the beginning or the end of your life?
So, like, I'm just born a 10-year-old?
Yeah, or you die 10 years early.
Okay, wait. I have questions about like the birth part.
You think about these way too seriously. Just it's a yes or no question.
Do I know things when I'm born 10, or am I just like stupid as a 1-year-old when I'm 10?
Think about this. Like, your friend was playing like GTA on your computer, and then he introduced you to the game, and you just have to like start where he left off, and you don't know what he did or what's happening.
Oh,
okay.
So instead
I know
your
how
question
to talk.
Yeah, you know how to talk, but you don't know like what anything is or what's happening.
But I have like basic human function.
Yeah.
How long am I living? Like what age do I normally die at?
Let's say 80.
Okay, wait, Jerry. I have a question. So like if you're born 10 years later, do those 10 years show up in the end of your life? And if you're born or if you die 10 years earlier, do those 10 years show up in the front of your life?
It's 10 years taken off your life.
Okay, well I have another clarification. Do I know that I'm going to die at 70, or is this just like unknown to me? Do I just know that like it's 10 years less than what I would have, but do I know?
You don't know anything.
Okay. In that case, end of my life.
I say yes.
Well, sorry guys, that's about all the time we have. Tune in next time where we the truth of Scientology, why trees are colored the way they are, and why we're all here.
Yeah, see you guys next time on the Ratnest.
Bye.